Thanks for doing this with me.
Thank you. Yeah, it's great. I'm so happy. So, whatever questions you want to ask me, I'm good with.
Oh, good. I love that. So it's been a little bit. When did you go through the program? Remind
I
me.
went through in July of 2024. So, it's been just under a year, I guess, what, 10 months or something like maybe 9 months. I'm down like over 60 pounds, and I've never been this successful and so confident that I can keep it off. I think that's the difference between this program and everything else that I've done, because I've done so many diets and Weight Watchers on and off throughout like my whole adult life. And I would lose like 40 pounds, but then gain 50 and then lose 60 and gain. I mean, every time it felt like it was, I would lose more, but then gain more back. And I think it was in like 2013, I went vegetarian, and 2016, I went vegan, but that didn't help. I think I did it because I was thinking, oh, I struggle with food, so I'll restrict these foods, and I thought it would help me lose weight. And I just kept finding like potato chips, for example, they're vegan, and Oreos and whatever. And I just got to this place that I was so hopeless. I had been watching Kathy Hester on YouTube because of the ice cream, right? She did the Ninja Creamy, and it's like, oh, I can be vegan and eat ice cream, like another unhealthy, although hers are not unhealthy. But that's sort of how I found out about you guys, is I followed her, and she and Cheryl, her wife, were like so successful, and they always, talked about it on their thing. And so I didn't even really know who Dr. McDougall was, but I thought, I trust these ladies. I'm going to do the program. And I couldn't be happier. Like everything in my life feels like it has shifted. Like I said, I'm down a lot, but it's not even just the weight, it's so many other things. Like I go to Broadway shows a lot. Well, I used to not be able to sit very comfortably, in the chairs there. And now, and I'd always be worried, like, what if the person next to me is big too? And there's just all these little things that I mean, I exercise now. I have friends now that are vegan that I met in our programs. So that's another cool thing, is we have a group text. It's called the McDougall Minis. And we're like actually doing an April challenge right now with each other. So we like send each other different inspirational things. We're tracking our food and exercise on like a shared Google sheet that I made. So I don't know. There's just so many things about the program I'm so grateful for. And especially Stacy, having the support specialist is probably, that's probably the thing that's helped me the most, is having that support. Because things happen. Like I remember Dr. Lim was like, oh, all or nothing is great if you're all. And so of course, you can have little things here and there that come up, but Stacy has just been so awesome about helping, like in those crazy situations, or like the things that come up that you don't expect, and you're planning to eat well and then you don't, and it's like, how did you deal with it? How do you feel? Are you glad that you ate that? And also, I've invested in having her every other week. So I know we get it monthly after we get past the 8 weeks, but to me, it's really helpful to have her more. So that's been like so integral in my success. So,
I
yeah.
love that. It is so wonderful to hear how your life has changed.
Yeah.
Not just the weight loss, but just all the things that have come with it. So that's just
Right. And like the feeling that, oh, I can conquer this, right? Because my whole life, it's like everything else has been pretty easy. I'm a teacher, like I do a good job. A lot of my I teach AP calculus, like I have mostly fives on the AP, and it's like I can do all this stuff, but then it seems so simple, like don't eat chips. Okay. Well, I couldn't, for some reason, it was mentally like not, I couldn't get there. And just the fact that I'm not dealing with that heavy weight anymore, of like failing all the time, like gaining weight, losing weight. I know that this is going to be the end of all of that, and I can just keep doing it and sort of ride off into the sunset. So I didn't have the pleasure of having Dr. McDougall. We were the first program after he had passed, but honestly, I feel like we were still able to, I mean, his legacy carries on. Like Dr. Lim has pushed through, and he was so inspiring to me. I hear his voice on little things every day in my head. So I don't think everybody realizes like how much you guys have helped. So yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Oh, you are so welcome. And thank you for sharing that. I love hearing how confident you are and that
Yeah.
this is a lifestyle. This is, and you know, and you know what works and what works best for you. And I love
Yeah.
seeing that shine through in you.
Yeah, and I don't have to measure the food anymore. I mean, for so long I was on Weight Watchers and I have the food scale and it's like measuring all how many grams of this and that. And I'd try to buy my chips and then eat just a few grams of chips but then they'd be in my head like the rest of the bag is in the pantry. And so now it's like I don't even want the chips. It's just my whole mindset has changed. And the other part that I do want to share that, like when I was thinking about the program, like I said, I've been vegan for a while now, not healthy vegan, but like clearly like definition wise vegan, I guess. But I remember when I first met with Dr. Lim, he says, well, the first thing I had to tell you is that I'm not vegan. And I was really worried about that. But he's actually kind of opened my mind, and now I'm not vegan anymore. I'm obviously, mostly 100% plant-based and all of that. But he sort of gave me the freedom through his just sharing his experiences that I don't have to be perfect all the time. And I wasn't perfect before. Like I was so and I mean, I'm still overweight, but I've lost a lot and I'm still working on my journey. But something about the psychology of having the option, like not to have to be 100% vegan, having the option of every once in a while you can have a little bit of this, is sort of like lifts the weight that you have to be perfect. And so I find myself actually choosing the best things most of the time. But it was just something about the freedom of, not having to be. I guess I just thought all these people that I watched on YouTube were like perfect 100%. And so it's just cool to know that it's okay that I'm not anymore. And now I don't even like to use that word. I'm more whole food, plant-based almost all of the time, with the exceptions. So anyway, I'm so happy.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. Can you tell me some of the things that you eat? I mean, how are you staying on?
Oh, yeah. Well, my favorite food is black beans and rice. Even before I started this, I could eat that every meal every day. So I actually I know it's crazy, but I start every morning with black beans and rice and pico de gallo, and I add shredded lettuce to sort of bulk it up. And then I eat oatmeal. I'm a teacher, so at school, it's helpful to just have it in my fridge. I make it in advance and eat it cold, and I really like that. And then honestly, for dinner, like it could change up. I do make a lot of the Wellier World recipes because they're so easy. Like I said, Kathy Hester is somebody that I follow. So usually for dinner, I'll sort of switch things up. I'll do the starch blaster often with the Instant Pot. I use my Instant Pot like for everything basically. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Those are kind of the main like staples, I guess. Even the instant Stacy got me onto these instant mashed potatoes from Azure Standard, and they're so easy. I just make those with hot water and add some salt and pepper and stuff. So that's very easy, but like so simple. The food that I eat is so simple and so good. I look forward. Even I cruise a lot, and one day that I was coming back from the cruise, I'm driving home from the port, and I was just thinking about my black beans and rice. Like I really didn't even, I was so tired of the cruise food. I just wanted to kind of go back. So, and lastly, I guess kind of with that, I learned more with the pleasure trap. It's easier to stay out of it if you've been out of it for a really long time. So I feel like for the most part, I can sort of taste things and not have to worry about getting back into that as long as I'm careful that I don't do it too much. So that's something that Stacy's actually helped me with because the last cruise I was on, I think I did a little bit too much, and now I'm working on kind of getting back into that. But Anyway, it's been so helpful, especially having Stacy, having my group of friends. Before this, I didn't know anybody in real life that was vegan. So you're kind of alone, like on an island and watching people on YouTube, but you don't really know them. And now like I've cruised a few times with Kathy Hester and her wife Cheryl. So that's been really fun. And I have all these people on Zoom that we meet every Monday, like our group, our graduating class. We meet actually, we changed it to Sundays recently, but we meet every Sunday now and we text each other all the time. And like I said, we have a April challenge going on to kind of keep up with it. So just having friends, like you guys helped sort of facilitate us to get to know other people and have friends that are eating the same way because most people don't eat this way, so it's easy to feel alone. um
I love that. It sounds like you've really made the program work for you and your lifestyle and made use of all the resources that we've provided you. That's so
Yes, yes, really. I mean, it's been so helpful. The only thing I wish that there was some more stuff in the evenings, but maybe that could come in the future time. But even without like because I know you guys have organized meetings and stuff during the middle of the day, but our little group, we found a time that we meet in the evening on Sunday. And so it kind of gets us started for the week going ahead. So that's really, really cool. But I know a lot of people do take advantage. You guys have groups. So for people that don't know, after you graduate, you can meet. Is it weekly, Heather, or?
well, there's the weekly meeting at 8 a.m. on Wednesdays, and
Okay.
then I host a monthly meeting at 11 a.m. So I'm
Okay.
curious, what time did you choose in the evenings? What worked best for?
We do ours at 7 p.m. on Sundays. So
Okay.
it's just kind of, that's what time our group meets. So if anybody in a different group or whatever, feel free to give them my info and I'm happy to include if anybody needs support in an evening time. But we have a great group of people that we inspire each other. And so it keeps us kind of going. But I'm just so excited to do this and to like help hopefully somebody else that's not sure if they want to do it. It's changed everything in my life. And I didn't have any because I'm still pretty young. I didn't have any health issues yet, but I was very, very, very obese. And so that I'm sure would have eventually, caused some health issues later on. So, yeah, but I'm so happy. And the thing is, I know I can keep going with this. It's not like I'm holding on, and it's all going to crumble, which is how I used to feel like on every other diet. So,
You've
yeah.
got this.
I'm so happy.
This. I mean, I can see it in your face. I can hear it in your voice, and I'm just so happy to hear how your life has changed.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Do you have any questions for me?
I don't think so. No, I don't think I have any questions at all. Stacy she's so accessible. I email her anytime I need anything. So, yeah, I couldn't be happier. So,
Thanks,
yeah.
Elizabeth. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to meet with me and share your transformation. And are you